Hello, hello everybody. What a wonderful evening this is. Nearly every single player is ready for the upcoming race, which is at the Japanese Suzuka circuit. It's going to be very interesting, very action-packed here, especially on the SS section, the first sector of the track, and the hairpin. As we are just getting loaded in, waiting for the Maku and Provenza to load up. Here we go, Maku accepted it, and now Provenza. And here we are in the pit lane on the Suzuka circuit. And 18 minutes of qualifying are beginning. Here we go, fastest lap, yes. And there's someone coming out first. I think that's going to be Lucas in a Renault, or... oh no, that's... Alpha came out first, and that's John. Here we go. Everybody chose the setups, I guess. And his GK right behind him. I think he chose a different team for this race. Looks like Williams weren't too happy with him, so Renault took him in. But here's John coming in to the hairpin. This is going to be the section we're going to look at the most here in this race. Just look how tight it is. Let's go on board with John here. As he's on a medium compound tyres, it's going to be a good race for him apparently. As this Pun section ends, there's going to be loads of DRS overtaking here. R16 coming up right here. Maybe yes, 7th gear. Very smoothly. Now the chicane. Down to 2nd gear, coming out 3rd, 4th. Every single driver has to look out for the bump that's right after the chicane, going down to the finish line. And here we are on the lap that's gonna qualify John to position that nobody knows yet, but his pace looks incredible in this race, in this qualifying. Looks like he's making a gap from the Renault of GK there in 16th place. Going smoothly out, 4th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear. And then hard on the brakes, coming in gently on the 2nd gear, gently on the acceleration pedal there. 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear. And going as fast as the wind can go. There we go, now he's going in the 8th gear into 130R. Fastest sector 2 for him. As for now. And he comes to the finishing line. First place. And here's GK right after him. And Maku qualified second place. Extraordinary for him. Now he's down to third place on the podium, and ASR gets the pole position for now. Lucas in the Renault takes second place. Let's look at Noko 12 Han as there's his teammate right behind him. On hard compound tyres, both of them are taking a really risky strategy here on the qualifying. As Maku gets down to second place. Oh, a little spin out there from Noko 12 Han. But he gets it under control. As he goes right up to speed again. As V Provenza is on his out lap here, coming down to the spoon section. In his McLaren on his soft tyres. But here we are, GK. What place will he qualify at? It's going to be very interesting for this guy here, this young man. Oh no, he's coming into the pits. That's very interesting. And here we go, 2 Red Bulls. Cosmin62 is coming out of the pits. As you can see there's Sean MC. Oh, V Provenza, a slide there, going into the barrier. He's gonna obviously have to come for the to the pits. You see the right end plate is damaged. And here's Noko Han. See, he invalidated the lap on the red little map there. But he's not giving up, only 11 minutes 30 seconds to go. And here we go, the first Ferrari on his out lap on medium compound tyres, the Dark Champion. He had a very good race at Singapore. He might have a good race this race at Japan. It will be very, very close. There will be very close battles. There you go, coming up to the last chicane. There's going to be a hard part as well of the circuit here. Down to finishing lap and starting his qualifying right now. Going very fast, very strong, and there's an Alfa Romeo there. Will the driver in the Ferrari, the Dark Champion, be able to beat third, second, or first place? Will he be able to get up into the top 10? And there's Alfa Romeo behind him. Of, I think it's John. Yes, it is John here, following the Ferrari driver as the Dark Champion lets him get past, even though John is on the out lap. And there's a Red Bull car. There's a Red Bull car of Cosmin62. Will the Dark Champion let him pass as well? That's a very interesting question here. The Dark Champion going slowly, as I can see here. But Cosman gets first place. 1:21.9. Dark Champion goes up to second place. GK out on his out lap. Let's check for Floor here. Floor coming down. What place will he end up at? First place. What a lovely lap from him here. 2 Red Bulls. 1, 2. Look at them go. This is a race. This is a qualifying session we want to see here. Looks like the 2 Red Bull drivers are doing very well for themselves here. Let's check Provenza as he dropped down loads of places at the hairpin on his out lap. Mako still going strong, as you can see here in the first sector, up in 10th place. And there's no Han going very slowly. What has happened to him? He's still on his out lap on medium tyres. But now GK, this is a driver we want to see here. On soft compound tyres, no out lap here. Now it's the real qualifying for him. Will he be able to go up some places? Let's go on board with him here. As he's just finishing up the spoon section. And it's Renault. Fastest second sector here for GK in the Renault driver. Here we go, coming up to the last chicane, second gear. Revving that engine, going as close to the barrier as he can. Second place. Congrats to him. Congrats to him. Troja gets first place in the Racing Point car. Now, will his teammate be able to catch up to Troja as in Singapore? This is going to be very, very close battle here, as this track is very difficult. Yellow flag sector 3 here. There you go, ASAR. The person that was on the pole position now dropped down to 4th place. Oh, and there's Noko Han that has spun out, getting back on the track. Very interesting qualifying session, as I can see here. His tyres might be very, very hot from the spin out, so he has to be very careful going gently in every single corner. As there's Lomi Marco, we haven't seen him yet on his out lap, but V Provenza takes pole from Troja. Now that's going to be a very close battle between those two, because I know Troja will never give up first place. Troja will keep on pushing his car to the limit just to get a glimpse of a second in front of the first position driver. Sean MC gets 3rd place in the Toro Rosso here. Floor coming up to the hairpin section, as there's a Williams of Stagaru as well, going slowly. Doesn't want to break the fast lap for Floor, even though he's on the out lap. Maku dropped down to 13th place. Now that driver is going to have to push very hard just to make it in the top 10. He's going to have to try to use every single apex. But now he's warming up his tyres and going on the out lap. So coming down to, and there's the Williams, just going very slowly, letting everybody past. as though Marco is chasing down everybody here. And Lone Marco goes into the pits, still last place. Loco 1200 will have to catch up to his teammate. As Barbagello here, spoon section complete. Yellow flag, sector 1. Let's check the driver here. It was Floor. He might have spun out as Maku went past him. Here you go, Maku's on his fastest lap here. ASR has retired from the section as he gets the first place, and Barbagello gets third place. Cosman pushed down into fourth place as Maku spins. He lost his back end. What a surprise! What a surprise there is. He had to make all that time up again as he's running out of fuel now, so he has to go back into the pits, start his out lap again, back onto the qualifying lap, the fast lap. I'm so surprised as Maku cuts through all the chicanes there is. It's such a surprise. He's very annoyed, coming into the pits. I bet he's telling the crew, we need to get a grip on this car because it ain't working very well. The aerodynamic system is failing as the back end just slips out for him. But Lucas here comes down to the spoon as there's one of the McLaren cars in front of him, of Barbagello. As Provenza comes into the last chicane, comes outside, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Still can't beat ASAR. 1 minute 30 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute 30 seconds to go. As this Ferrari of Lomi Marco, let's go on a full lap with him. I'm sorry. Now I'm back. Sorry for the long wait. As we are on the lap with Lomi Marco. Will he get any places? Time remaining of 2 minutes 25 seconds of the qualifying lap. Let everybody finish now. As Maku is in 15th place, ASAR first place, and Troja. Lomi Marco takes first place. Oh my god, what a wonderful lap there is by him. Will there be anybody else that can beat Marco? Let's have a look. Sean MC coming down to the last chicane in the Toro Rosso here. And it wasn't enough for Sean MC. The Dark Champion, 14th place. Stigaru still in the pits. That's amazing. Maku unfortunately qualified on the 16th, on last place. So I think that sums up the grid for now. As quarter of the grid has retired from this session. And there's Barbagello running out the fuel. A little bit of end plate gone. But that sums up the grid then. What a very interesting, very fast qualifying session this was. Here we go. Long Marco, first place. ASR, second place. John, third place. Provenza, fourth place. Trojaleggi, fifth place. Lucas Hopan, sixth place. Lucas Gambarini, seventh place. Barbagello, eighth place. Cosmo62, ninth place. GK, 10th place. Sean MC, 11th place. And the list goes on. So, this is a end grid for us. And, yeah, let's get ready for the race now. Because it will be very interesting. Everybody coming to that first corner, which gets very tight. Everybody will have to go into either third gear, fourth gear, or second gear. Mako will have to push very fast as we are waiting for the session to start. So I can tell you that Mako's going to have to really push, get to know his strategy, choose his strategy wisely for this race because he started at the last place. And he's just going to have to concentrate fully, as I can tell you. So just, as I would say for him, just wait for the whole grid just after the first lap just to separate itself so you can easily overtake. As we are coming for the as you can see already, everybody has started to heat up the tires really fast there, really vigorously. As Logan Marco is in first place, ASAR behind him, John, third place Provenza, Troja, Nokotopan, Lucas, Barbagello, Cosmin, GK in a Renault, Sean MC in Toro Rosso. Floor unfortunately qualified in 12th place. Pit F1 for him. God, he's gonna have to push a lot. Dark Champion, another Ferrari. Not disappointed in teammate there, I see, but he's still gonna have loads of work to do. As there's loads of brake testing, had to brake vigorously there as Pit F1 brakes in front of him. Stigaru 15th place, Maku 16th place. Now this is a driver that's going to have to concentrate, do everything he can, find the correct gap that he can go for there in this race, and just let's all pray for Maku here so he can just get up into a good position. As his Marco coming down, warming up his tyres. It's going to be a very interesting strategy from Marco. There we go, two Alfa Romeos behind the Ferrari. That's going to put a lot of pressure on him. There you go. ASAR just sped up a bit so he could just heat up his brakes. Two Racing Point cars right next to each other. That's gonna give them a little bit of teamwork here, as one can hold the grid back and the other can push. but it's going to be hard for the Red Bulls. Now will the Dark Champion as well get as close as he can to maximize the points for the Ferrari team? And here's Maku coming into the chicane, getting ready. Everybody getting into the positions, the places, as we are just waiting for the green flag, green lights to go out. I mean the red lights, I'm so sorry. And here we go. 5 red lights are, and we are where? We are starting the Japanese Grand Prix as everybody in grid are just going. And here we go. ASR coming round the inside of the Ferrari as he gets to the first place. What a lovely move. Will he stick to it? V Provenza in 3rd place. Here we go. Long Marco for Ferrari, 2nd place. John, here we go. There's some overtaking there. 2 Red Bull cars. And there's one. Toro Rosso went out the track and Barbagello spun out as well. There was a little bit of contact I could see there behind them. But here we go. This is the race we want to see. Trojilegi got a place. Got into 5th place here, I can see. Overtook Lucas Gambarini coming in. Little bit of a contact there on the left to right rear for Trojilegi. As the Dark Champion overtakes Stegeru for 13th place. Here we go, Lucas Gambarini in the Force India, Racing Point cars sandwich here. Everybody's so packed up together, it's just a little bit hard for me to see everything. There we go, Stegaru takes the 13th place from the draft. The Dark Champion goes a little bit wide there. Lost a bit of time. Maku got into 11th place from last place. Now the only thing he has to do is use that draft skill. Maximize his top speed there and overtake when he gets the chance. As Sean MCU, Dark Champion is in the pits, changes his front wing and going onto hard compound tires. Now, that is something we want to see. Troja overtook John in the Alfa Romeo as he's extending the gap here, as we can see. There you go, coming to the hairpin. Are there any more overtakes? Sean MC going very slowly. Looks like he went very wide off the track. Barbagello as well. Dark Champion just trying to catch everybody up now, but it's going to be very hard for him because he's on a hard compound tires. As we can see, 2 Red Bulls are stacked very, very together, like glue. Now, will his teammate get the team orders to let him pass? Yes, he will. There we go. Look at this teamwork. This is what we want to see here. Lucas goes off the track a little bit there. As Pitt in the Williams is trying to draft Maku here, but the Mercedes engine isn't giving up. And here we go. Has to brake very early so he can get a better exit on Maku and the 2 cars in front of him. Noko Tohan goes a little bit wide there. And Floor went very wide. But let's see the fight here. Look at this overtake. Beautiful by Maku here. Going around the outside down to the inside line. Lovely, just keeping it in there. Stigaro, 3 times second penalty. And here we go. Look at this. What a beautiful move. Oh, and there's a little spin out. There's a little bit of contact with Maku's sideboard. I think that was Nokoto of Hans. He went in too deep. He went in too deep there. As now Floor is fighting with Nokoto of Han that has spun out because of his accident. Now, will there be any drafting here? Let's check for this. Floor going very slowly into 130R. Looks like he has damaged an end plate there. Yes, he has. That's why he's going so slow. And Barbagello is right behind him on his tail. As Floor is going into the pits, she changes a wheel, and oh, and 5-second penalty for Floor. That's going to be a very bad race for him this season. As Sean MC takes 4th place in the Toro Rosso, Dark Champion still struggles to get into position, but he will go longer. I'm telling you, he will go longer on those hard compound tires. Because everybody on the softs here, as you can see, ASA, Marco, everybody's overtaken Provenza as he has spun out. And again, he has spun out. His rear tires are very hot at this moment. He has to go very gentle. He has to be very gentle with the acceleration pedal. As his teammate overtakes him there, Barbagello. And Floor has retired from the session. He just gave up. He's like, I can't do this anymore. You have to do something about my car. As Cosman, the only Red Bull for now, is pushing, even though under pressure from GK and Maku in 7th place. As Maku is going around the inside, overtakes. Oh no, Maku is spun. Maku has retired with the session with GK. What a crash! I can't believe this. I literally can't believe this. Looks like GK didn't give Maku any room. As John is going up to the 5th place because the 3 drivers have pitted. Now 4 drivers. Will anybody from the McLaren team pit? And there's going to be loads of conversations going on around after the race from the two different teams of Floor, Maku and GK. But GK literally, I could see, didn't give Maku any space at all. He should have went even more wider. Took the wide line through 130R. As Maku went for the gap, that means that he has really got the balls here. He's really a racing driver. He's trying his hardest, but it wasn't enough. As there's a safety car, ASMR still in 1st, Lobby Marcus 2nd place, Troja right behind him, 4th place, Lucas Gambarini in Renault, 4th place, John Alfa Romeo, 5th place, Barbagello 6th place in the McLaren, 7th place, Provenza right behind his teammate, Cosman only Red Bull here, in 8th place, Pitt, and right behind him is his teammate Stuguru in Williams, Nokoto of Han. Still struggling, trying to catch up to his teammate, the Dark Champion, into 13th place, and Sean MC in Taurus last place. So now, those 3 drivers, Sean MC, the Dark Champion, and Nokoto Han, will have to push as hard as they can in the starting laps after the safety car to get as many points as they can. If I could only play the replay out for you guys of Maku and GK's crash, I would do it right now, but I can't. I don't have anything to do it with. As Barbagello, as we can see here, wiggles a little bit trying to warm up his tyres. As Cosman is coming for medium tyres. But half of the grid is on hard compound tyres, so that means that the strategy is useless for Cosman here, because he'll go quicker, but you have to pit again. Because the hard compound tires, yes, they go slower, but they go longer. As you can see here, everybody here is on 5 laps, so I think the 6 guys on the soft compound tires are gonna have to pit in as soon as they can. Maybe lap 8, maybe lap 10, so around there, because their tires won't last any longer. As I will say, but I have to go for some private business. I'm sorry. As you can see here, we are still on the safety car. Everybody's following everybody. As I can say, as I already said, I think Suzuka is a difficult track. There's going to be crashes, there's going to be DNFs. There's going to even be safety cars here around this track, because 130R is a dangerous place to overtake as well. As we could see from Mako trying to overtake GK in a Renault. Here's the end of the grid. As you can see, Cosman last place on his new medium tyres here. Right behind his sister team, Toro Rosso, Sean MC. Dark champion here. Everybody's heating up the brakes. So again, it's very dangerous, because if you heat up your brakes, there's got to be a crash somehow. If nobody's patient enough. But here we go. The safety car is coming into the pits now. As you can see, Alfa Romeo in first place here. So everybody's going full speed now. ASR extending a gap from Trojaleggi. Trojaleggi in a Racing Point car. Right behind him is Lamy Marco in third place. Let's see them go into. There's a little overtake here and there. Nokoto Han fighting with Stigari here. Everybody went in very, very nicely into the first corner. No crashes yet, no spin outs. Cosmin. Yeah. You have to go very gently or even faster into those corners. As you can see, the opportunity is waiting for the Dark Champion just to overtake Stigari here. And he might do it on the long straight after the hairpin. Actually, I mean after the spin, but no, he's going right inside or into the hairpin. What a lovely move by the Dark Champion, going in smoothly, no contact at all. As I could see there. And that was a very lovely overtake. Somebody went very... Oh! Sean MC spins out. Good thing that nobody got hurt in that accident. ACR still keeps the lead. Troja behind him. And right close up to him, right behind his Troja's tail is Marco, and behind him is Lucas in the Renault. So now that's going to be all about the DRS, even though we are on a 9th lap. And here we go, two teammates of V Provenza has overtaken his teammate here. Sean MC after the spin out. What has happened to his gear? Can you hear his engine going? Maybe it's a bug in the game, but as Sean MC is nearly off the track there, lost a little bit of his end tail there. So Sean MC can get up close to him. And as you can see here, SAR in the Alfa Romeo extending the gap fully. And now Marco can't catch up to Troja as well. Now Marco very close to Lucas Gambarini here. Will the draft work? And no, it won't. He's still too far away to overtake, but he might get closer near the chicane. As you can see here, he's getting very close. A little bit of a cut there, but FIA didn't do anything about that. As you can see, Lucas has run out of his ERS here. He's still on 5th mode, which is very bad for him. John on 0 ERS. V Provenza, first ERS, still slowly catching up to the pack in front of him. As his teammate is falling behind a little bit. And here we go, Noko to Opan going around the inside of pit F1. Now this is racing very smooth. Why can't everybody race like that? It's just so poetic. And Cosmin is out of the race. I'm sorry I couldn't see that happening. Let's have a look at the middle pack here. Very close, everybody. There's loads of chances for overtakes here. Between your Renault and Alfa Romeo here. And the McLaren as V Provenza. As John. Look at the overtakes in the last chicane. John overtook Lucas Gambarini. As there's a crash. I can't believe this. Now the two teammates of McLaren will hold up each other. And that is unbelievable. As there's Lucas coming out of the pits. Look at that hold up. I mean, this is the worst race for the McLaren team. Dark Champion into 6th place, still chasing pit F1. Troja got still in 2nd place, as there's John right behind those two. ASIR losing a little bit of pace because Troja is catching up to him. Now, because of those pit stops and the little accident between the two McLaren drivers, that field is spread out. So now it's all about the pace. How they go into the corners, how they exit the corners. Let's just hope there will be a little bit of fighting going on now. As I think Troja and ASCR and John are going to have to pit. The three of them on the podium. I think they're going to have to give it up. As yes, ACR and Troja follows him into the pit. Now will John follow both of them? No, he doesn't. John doesn't follow them into the pits. He's still going. Looks like the team orders were correct. Pitt takes 3rd place to the Williams. Nekotov 2nd place. And right behind them, Dark Champion 4th place. Tagaru 5th place. Now the two teammates of the Williams are maximising the points right now. But to truly maximise them, will Tagaru catch up to the Dark Champion, even though he feels faster. His pace is excellent. As Sean MC is trying to catch up to the Alfa Romeo driver ASR, which is in front of him. And the two McLaren drivers are right at the back. And there's loads of penalties coming out, which is very bad for half of the drivers here. As Troja goes around the inside, but Toro Rosso driver Sean MC isn't letting that happen. He's round the outside as he's going very wide, and Lomi Marco as well takes the advantage of that and takes 8th place. So now Sean MC will have to use everything he has to overtake both of the drivers in front of him. As there we go, battle in the last chicane. Tagaru lost the place. ACR took over the place. John is in the pits. Dark Champion on the podium on the medium compound tyres. And Nekotov, the podium leader, the 1st place in the racing book, has spun out. He has to gently come back on the track. As everybody behind him are going to have to slow down, so Nekotov can go back up to his pace. As you can see, Alfa Romeo right behind him with John. Will John go around the inside? That's the question. No. Sean MC in the Toro Rosso is going very defensive, but will he be able to defend from the Alfa Romeo that's right behind him, trying to go around the inside on medium compound tyres? Going around the outside, obviously he has less of an advantage, going wide again into that corner. And now Sean MC is back, is losing places just because he's going wide into the spoon section. Two McLaren drivers are really struggling. Provenza is very struggling to keep in pace with all the other drivers, as there was a draft session going on between Nekotov and ASR, as they are fighting. As Troja overtook Tagaru, and there's a Ferrari of Lomi Marco looking to get in some of the action. Tagaru going very slowly into the corners. That is very weird. Now will the Ferrari driver make a move? No, he won't. He's waiting for the straight line. And there was a little spin out by Lucas Gambarini. Provenza still struggling. Barbagello overtook Lucas Gambarini because of the little accident he had. But Lomi Marco, here we go. This is a draft we want to see. Will he overtake? Round the inside. Yes, he will. And there's an Alfa Romeo of John coming into the play as well. What a very interesting ASAR. The fastest lap you could ever set. 1:31. Look at that. Look at the moves John is making here on Stegaroo. as he's easily going around the inside, slowing down, 4th gear, back on the acceleration, and now the only thing he has to do is catch up to Lobby Marco. Stego is slowly and surely dropping back with every corner he takes, and Sean MC is slowly getting on his tail. Sunoco Tofan is right in front of his teammate as his teammate is trying to catch him up. I don't know, maybe he has better pace. And I would for sure let Troja pass me if I was in their racing point car, just for team orders here. And in pit F1, in the Williams is in first place, as you can see here on hard compound tyres. The Dark Champion will have to pit shortly, I think, as Alfa Romeo of ASIR in third place is trying to attack, trying to put some pressure on the Dark Champion. Will it work though? As DRS is opened. Look at this, round the outside. Oh my god. And he made it. ACR made past the Dark Champion, which is very, very lovely to see here. As John as well is moving up places in the second Alfa Romeo. I see overtook Lobby Marco here. Now, because the tables have turned between John and Lobby Marco, will Lobby Marco now try to keep as close as he can to John here in the Alfa Romeo, as Lucas Gambrini is in pits and he's changing for hard compound tyres and a front wing. Here we go, here's a little battle between Toro Rosso and Williams. They're fighting for more points. Both on hard compound tyres, which is even. But it's all about who goes better into the corner and exits the corner. As it looks like Sticker is extending a gap slightly. And Sean MC catches up, going deeply into the corner. Look at this. This is a beautiful view of the two drivers here. DRS is opened. Come round the inside easily. Will he will he? Yes, he will. Easily overtake. Ryan Sparrow might as well join as I'm out. Yes, you might. The battle is on, to be honest. Nakoto Han is now fighting Troja to overtake his teammate. The Dark Champion is still chasing ASR, and Pitt is in the lead. And it doesn't look like there's any rain coming to make it more dramatical. Look at that. They're still fighting. Lobby Marco in the Ferrari is still chasing vigorously John in the Alfa Romeo. Let's go on board with Lobby Marco here. Will he be able to use that slipstream? No, he's too far away, I think. Yes, he is. And here we go, there's that little bump that puts some of the drivers off. The DRS is on, but not enough to overtake John here in the Alfa Romeo. Not enough for the Ferrari driver. As Sean MC is struggling to extend the gap from Steger here in the Williams that's holding up to him. And look at that steering wheel, how it goes, literally. into 5th gear. Now Sean MC extends the gap. Louis Michael made a little bit of a mistake here going to 5th gear. V Provenza still out at the back. And Lucas Gambarini is really far behind. But he's still driving. He still has the hopes of other drivers making a mistake. Of at least one driver making a mistake. Now look at this close battle here between the Ferrari again and John. Now this is something as well we want to see here. At the last chicane, coming to the finish line. Now Troja easily overtakes the Dutch champion for podium position. Look at this. Now if Troja extends the gap from the Dutch champion, that's going to be something. But as you can see, he's slightly extending the gap. His pace is unbelievable for Troja, as Negative Hunt is right at the back just watching at it. ASR still in the lead, extending gap from pit F1 in a Williams. The Dark Champion will have to pit soon, as well as Sean MC, Stegru and pit F1 here. So the two Williams drivers now will have to communicate on who pits first and who goes the longest. As both of them are 14 laps, they have 14 lap old tyres here. And Marco here, Sean MC coming in. Slowly but surely catching up to the rest, as there's a little close battle at the last chicane here. The DRS is open for the Dark Champion. Now will Dark Champion retaliate as Marco goes round defensively? No, it won't be enough yet. He still has to close up the gap a little bit more. But on the other hand, he has to be very careful as he spins out. As I told you, he has to be very careful that the aerodynamic system doesn't get him here. As he spins out, look at that. He's revving his engine, spinning his tires very, very fast here. He's doing a burnout now. His back tires are very, very hot. So every single corner he takes, he has to go in slowly, calmly, smoothly. As the two Racing Point cars are in 3rd and 4th place. Now pit F1, as Troja is getting very close to him on the medium tyres. If Troja gets past pit F1, then I think it's gonna let Negative Hunt get past pit F1 as well. So it's gonna be 2-3 for Racing Point cars. As John gets 5-second time penalty. And here we go. Oh, look at that. A little bit of contact there, but still keeping it in. Barbagello, a little bit of contact with Stegeru there. Stegeru went very wide, as you can see. Let's have a look at those three. Those three are battling out very, very nicely here. It's Ferrari versus Alfa Romeo versus Racing Point. So now this is a spectacle we want to see. Look how close they are now to each other. But Negative Hunt is on 16 lap old on old tyres now. They have 16 laps. So it's going to be very hard for Nokotobhan to keep pace, as both of them are on medium compound tires. But let's keep watching it. Let's watch it from Lomi Marco's point of view. As we can see here, John is catching up slightly to Nokotobhan, going very deeply into the first part of the chicane, coming out. John, DRS is open, he is in the slipstream, everything yes, OERS on overtake mode. Nokotobhan trying to go defensively. Look at this, going around the inside, trying to go around the inside, it doesn't work. Lomi Marco just watching from behind. And they are really close together. Look at that battle here. ASR has 3-second time penalty, which he has to now extend the gap as hard as he can. A little bit of time lost there from Nokotobhan, from John. But coming into the chicane, the hairpin. Still, nobody can catch up to nobody here. As John is pushing his car as fast as he can. Oh, Nokotobhan, a little bit of a... He saved the spin there, as you can see. His car just kept on going to the left as his rear just stepped out. And Nokotobhan gets the DRS of pit F1. Nokotobhan going very defensively. Now, will John get the move done here? Going around the outside, look at this move he has made. What a lovely move here. This is a driver now. This is a driver. Now that is called racing, ladies and gentlemen. That is called racing here. As Lomi Marco is now trying to make a move on Nokotobhan, as he will maybe lose the 5th place here. Barbajan and Dark Champion are slowly trying to fight it out here. But the battle we are watching is right here in the middle of Lomi Marco, Nokotobhan, as yes, Lomi Marco overtook Nokotobhan. Now he's chasing John in the Alfa Romeo here on 4th place. So now Lomi Marco has to fight as hard as he can. Let's check the front leader here. We haven't seen him in a bit. Here we go, ASR. Going, just doing his own pace here. Just driving his own race. Going at his own pace. Nobody's behind him. No pressure at all. Troja in Racing Point right behind him on 2nd place. As well. No pressure. Nobody's catching up to those two. They're just going at their own pace. And John getting chased by Pit F1, and Pit F1 getting chased by the Ferrari driver Lomi Marco in 5th place. So pretty much this is the first battle between those three, and here's the second battle between Barbagello and the Dark Champion. As the Dark Champion is on very old tyres, so he has lost loads of pace, going defensively around the inside. The Dark Champion I thought he would try to do the switchback move for the Dark Champion, but no way, he's still went for the straight. So look at that. Here we go, has to brake earlier. There we go, this might be the move. Dark Champion is going very slowly on his hot compound tires. As will he go around the inside? No, he's still waiting. He's still waiting for the Dark Champion. Look at this driving line here. And Barbagello is waiting for the DRS to come up, and it came up now. The Dark Champion is gonna, will he go around the inside or around the outside? Yes, he will go around the outside. Barbagello, look at that beautiful move he has made. It's very smooth, but now all the work that he has done, the Dark Champion, now he has to make up for it. As look at that. No grip in the tyres, no nothing. The tyres are completely dead, but now there is no point of coming into the pits. There's only 4 laps remaining of the Japanese Championship Grand Prix here. Now the Dark Champion will get the DRS on Barbagello now. The small battles between those two drivers is unbelievable. They are so desperate to get extra points. As you can see here, Pitt is trying to defend from Nakuto in the Racing Point car. Every time he comes up to that DRS point, he has to go even faster. But the most tactical part of the track for me would be the S section here, as we come down to the S section right here, starting from there. This is a place where you want to extend the most, where you just want to extend the gap away from the person behind you here. As you can see, V Provenza is trying to attack Steger around the inside, but it doesn't work. As both of them are still battling it out very close to each other. V Provenza has to watch out so he doesn't damage his front wing in case Stegeru breaks. V Provenza coming around the outside, it won't work for him. Little bit of a contact there, as you can see. And that is the end of the race. Here we go. John, 3rd place. Lomimaku, 4th place. Pitt, 5th place. Right behind him, Naku, 12th, Han, 6th place. Sean MC coming down to the last chicane, 7th place. Barbagello Davs 8th place, but here we go. ASR now second place because he had he had a 3-second penalty. So the positions may change here. Dark Champion 9th place. Provenza, look at the slight battle here between those two. Right at the end of the Grand Prix, goes side by side. Provenza takes 10th place, lovely for him, congrats to him in the points. Stegaru, 11th place, Lucas Gambrini, 12th place in Renault, and the rest of them are disqualified here from the race. It was a very intense race between pretty much all of the drivers here, but especially V Provenza and the Dark Champion right at the end, and John Pit F1 and No Control Han in the middle of the race. So that's it. That is the end of the Japanese Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed watching the stream, watching it live. Looking at your favourite driver, seeing your favourite driver win here. I hope you keep on supporting this channel, supporting the stream as much as you can. As here we go. I would just drink the champagne straight away. Don't waste any of it, you know. But there we go. Racing Point car, first place, Alfa Romeo right behind him. And here is the results of the Japanese Grand Prix, as you can see. And here are the incidents, loads of incidents, and every single team, the strategy on which tire they were. So thank you very much for watching the Japanese Grand Prix. Hope to see you on the next Grand Prix. Thank you very, very much, and have a wonderful evening.